Oh, skate to me, baby. Skate. Slide your way on over. Skate to me, baby. Skate. I wanna get to know ya. What's up? We're back with another vlog, and today we're jumping off a plane. We're skydiving, y'all, and that's gonna be super exciting, but at the same time, I'm kind of nervous. It's my first time skydiving ever, and it's for my 30th birthday, so that's one thing I've been wanting to cross off my bucket list. So now we're at Abbotsford, aka Abbey, and quick little story. I've been trying to get a bunch of my buddies to jump off a plane with me, but not enough people are brave enough to do it with me, and it's kind of a last minute too, so it's a little bit more difficult. But I have this one buddy. All I had to tell him is that, hey, do you want to jump off a plane with me? This guy's always down for everything, and that's my buddy Gabe right here.
Hello, what's up? Hey. Nice to meet you guys.
yeah, this guy's always down for anything. I could like give him like a 1 hour notice, he'd be down to come out as long as it's not working on that day. But That's Gabe for you, my ride or die homie. He's jumping off a plane with me, and we're just about to get in there right now. Alright. That was fun.
Awesome, congrats, man.
Thank you. Oh.
Should you do it again?
Oh yeah, totally. I feel so alive right now. Oh.
Alright. Happy birthday, man. Thanks for coming out to Skydive Vancouver.
Thank you so much. So much fun. Alright, we just landed on the ground. My hair's a mess.
Crazy.
How do you feel?
Nauseating. Lost my breath a little when I just jumped.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, right when I jumped, I felt like everything was out of control because we were like spinning in the air and like my feet were like going everywhere. Eventually, we got stable and then that's when the guy tapped me in the back like this. And then I went like this. And then the camera guy started filming me right in my face and that's when I did it. Awesome, but never felt so alive. This is like the best thing that you could do for your 30th birthday.
Definitely.
I totally recommend it. This guy's birthday is coming up, so we might actually jump again. I don't know.
Maybe.
We don't know. But you guys should totally try it. If you've never done it, it's worth it. Totally worth it. All right, Gabe. Tell me your experience from the beginning till the end.
Wow. Definitely in the first 3 seconds, felt nauseous.
Okay, let's start from when we first get into the plane.
First getting the plane.
Yeah.
Pretty nervous actually. Didn't expect that we'd go that high. As the higher we went, I was like, maybe I was starting to regret it a little bit, just a little. But
Yeah.
after we just took the jump, it all went away.
Right. Yeah, actually, before we get into that, as soon as you walk towards the plane, you feel the propellers of the plane blowing into your face.
Right.
And that kind of like triggers a little bit of some, a little bit of adrenaline in your system.
Definitely. Prep us a little bit.
Yeah. And then as soon as you get into the plane, you get a little comfortable and sit down really close to the guy behind you.
Really close.
Yeah, really close.
Really
He's kind of snuggling in there. And then the plane ride was only about 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, about it.
We were sitting in there 10 minutes. They were sort of like adjusting our harnesses and stuff as we get higher and higher. And the camera guys with us would, take pictures and stuff and videos and stuff. And then they start telling you we were 5 minutes before we jump off, and that's where we all get nervous. Alright, so I'm pretty sure most people have ridden the plane before and they know what it's like to lift off of the plane and out the window. So it's just pretty comfortable. But
not when you know you're gonna jump off.
Exactly, so I'm gonna get there. So as soon as the door opens, that's when everything changes. You feel the wind blowing into your face.
It felt like a Call of Duty mission where you're gonna drop off to a drop point.
That's a gamer for you. But yeah, there's one guy that jumped off before us. This guy was screaming way loud.
Hyping himself up?
Yeah, he's definitely hyping himself up. And then there was this one lady that was with us. She seemed super nervous. She was asking a lot of questions. And then it's just funny how I kind of watched her jump off the plane. It's like you're trying to push a cat into a bathtub. And her face was
resisting?
Yeah, there was some resisting. I heard that people would count like 1, 2, and then they jump on 2. They don't jump on 3, they jump on 2. That way you're not like holding on to like anything you can hold on to. But oh yes, we're about to jump off the plane. How did you feel before you jumped off the plane?
Honestly, I wasn't even looking down. I was just more focused on the guy in front of me, like getting me ready, prepping me. And I was like, just focusing, responding to him. I wasn't thinking about anything else. And then we just jumped. I wasn't even ready enough.
Yeah, and I was definitely looking at this guy's face right before he jumped. It was just cracking me up, and that kind of helped me feel a little bit better. But for me, I wanted to make sure I did some sort of like some before I jumped out. But yeah, they didn't give me a countdown.
Yeah, same with me either. He just swung me out.
He didn't really swing me as much as yours did, but I did feel a little bit of like whoop, and then we jumped off.
Yeah.
Tell me your experience as soon as you jumped off.
Yeah, I was just like staring at the ground, focusing on how fast we were heading straight down. They told us not to look down, but I can't help it. I was like, damn. Then like after like 3 seconds, I started feeling nauseated. That's when the guy told me to look up, and I just kept my head up the whole time.
Right. So what was the guy telling you? something about you looking down on your phone while you're in the car.
Oh yeah, he only told me after we took off our chute. So basically, you get nauseated. It's just like reading a book in the car. So that's why I always try to look at the scenery instead of downwards, right?
So that's how it feels like.
Yeah.
Just a note, make sure that skydive, don't look down, look up. Because you're gonna
Less scary, less scary.
And make sure you eat something before you go. Otherwise you'll feel
Not
like
too
this
much.
guy.
Not too much.
Not too much, but you know, make sure you're not hungry. Make sure you have some sugar in your system. And get lots of sleep.
You need the sugar in your system for sure to pump up the adrenaline, right?
As for me, as soon as I jumped off the plane, I felt like everything was out of control. My whole body was spinning everywhere. But that was only for just like 5 seconds, and then we got stable. And then that's I started seeing the cameraman in front of my face going like this, and then the guy behind me started tapping me in the back, and that's when you can put your arms out and do whatever you want. I didn't forget to keep my legs back though, and close together. I forgot about
So it's supposed to lift your leg upwards like that.
Yeah, like you're talking to your boyfriend on the phone and you're lying down on a bed, just like that. Yeah, so since I forgot to do that, the dude behind me, I felt his legs hitting my legs. and that's when I realized, oh, I should probably close my legs. I totally forgot about that.
It's all good, I guess. He didn't say anything.
So did you do any movement while the camera guy was in the thing?
Yeah. So before we opened our chute up, so there was a camera guy in front of me, and then like they told us if we're having trouble breathing, we should like close our mouth and focus on breathing through our nose.
Right.
I was like, all I was focusing on was like trying to feel as excited as possible, and then like trying to look into the camera and do something, and I like didn't even pay attention to my breathing at all because I'm not trying to focus on my breathing.
Yeah, that's the one thing I did before I jumped off the plane. I was just breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Yeah. As soon as the camera guy was in my face, I was just doing a bunch of random things I could do. I think you're allowed to do that. And then next thing you know, they deploy the parachute.
They even gives us a warning. They just shoot up.
Yeah. And then your body just suddenly falls, and that's when you realize you're hanging on someone else's parachute, and everything just stops. You know, everything just stops, and then you get this really nice view. Really nice view.
Yeah.
So as soon as they deploy a parachute, that's when you can start hearing stuff.
Well, as soon as they put my parachute, I instinctively tried to look down, and the first thing I thought of is like, we're still so high. I feel like they let go of the parachute too soon.
Yeah.
And the first thing crossing my mind is like, dude, what if we lose our parachute at this point? I don't know. I just imagine me dying like that.
And just like falling down to the ground.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the guy behind you is just like in the air.
Yeah.
And there would be nobody down there to save you from
Yeah.
falling.
For sure.
I definitely try not to think about it because otherwise I'd have panic attacks. But I made sure I did my research beforehand and found parachute kits are quite rare. So falling from the plane only took about 30 seconds.
Maybe.
I think it was
like not including
somewhere around.
the parachute part.
Yeah, maybe a minute at most. Just a minute. Falling without the parachute part only took us about 1 minute, and then the parachute part was the longest part actually. It felt like 10 minutes to me. I don't know how long.
I can't keep track. I was just more focused on the scenery at the time.
Yeah. So like it was super quiet in the parachute, and you can just enjoy the view. So I had a chance to do a little heart-to-heart talk with the guy behind me, while at the same time they can kind of like control the parachute to make you feel more nauseous. So every time that they would turn the parachute, you would feel like you're starting to fall. But when you're going forward, that's when you're like comfortable. But actually, as soon as the parachute deployed, in my experience, I felt like my heart stopped a little bit. Because like, it's like a feeling of like suddenly falling, your adrenaline's rushing, and then parachute goes and then everything stops. And then I'm just like, whoa. And I'm in the sky, and then we just slowly fall down to the ground, tell me about what happened with your guy.
So yeah, the guy that was behind me, he asked me like, so do you want to just relax or do you want to do some tricks? So I just told him like, I'm down for whatever, right? Then he was like, okay, and he started like spinning. So we were doing it like 360 spin in the air, like for like 2 rounds. And then he stopped, and then immediately he said, here comes a good part, right? And he did a break. So basically we break and then the suit went behind us and then we swing forward. And we stopped in the middle. So it's like kind of like a swing. It felt so great. And then you see the scenery, like you shifting up towards the center. It's the best thing in the world.
Right, I'd be so scared to shit. I'm not a fan of roller coasters and anything like that. So I guess this guy likes that stuff. But for me, every time we made a small turn in the parachute, I felt like I was falling again.
Like you're gonna die or something.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, like it's cool and everything, but in my head there's a lot of like what if scenarios, like oh what if the suit breaks or whatever, and how I'm gonna die that way. I keep thinking about that as well.
Right, I tried not to think about it because otherwise I'd be really anxious. But yeah, we slowly fall down and then we land. Smooth landing. How was your landing?
Pretty cool. You keep repeating like at least 3 times about like make sure you keep your legs up. Make me do a example for him to how high my leg should be up, and I was afraid that he was gonna ask me to keep my leg up until we land, which I'm gonna land on my butt, but thankfully he just asked me to let me land on my feet instead.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool. That would have been so cool. I should have done the same thing, but instead I landed on my butt.
I thought that would feel great, so I didn't want to land on my butt for sure.
Yeah, but to me, while I was on the parachute, I felt like my legs were going numb because my legs were straight down. So it was kind of like cutting the blood circulation on my legs. So the guy was telling me it would be more comfortable if you lift your legs up a little bit like you were sitting down. So that's what I did. So upon landing, I was asking him like, what's the best thing I should do? And he's like, just lift your legs up. So I lifted my legs up and we landed on my butt. Not as cool as how this guy landed.
We'll see when we get the videos.
Yeah. And then as soon as you land, if you bought the gold package, by the way, the camera guy that jumped off the plane with you is going to be recording you. So you can make all your crazy reactions. I couldn't control myself. I had the best time of my life. And that's it in real life.
Yeah, I'm definitely done for the day. Like just one jump and like I'm ready to just go home and just
It just covers the whole day and you're just happy. You don't need to do anything else. I feel like everything else after skydiving doesn't mean anything anymore.
debatable, but yeah.
By the way, I guess you guys have noticed what we're eating right now. You probably thought it would look so good. So right now we're at this place called Frito Chicken. I think Frito in Spanish means fried.
Maybe.
In Tagalog it also means fried. So fried chicken. That's what this place called in English.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. What'd you get?
Just 3 pieces of chicken and some fries.
I got the General Tao chicken poutine. Kind of interesting to have a General Tao chicken. I had a fried chicken spot, but I wanted to try it anyway. It looks so different. It didn't seem like a regular like KFC fried chicken, so I figured I might as well try it. Alright, that was some good food. Just had the poutine and the chicken. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Yours.
About the same, but the milkshake though is pretty good.
Yeah, we got some milkshake too. The good thing is that the customer service was really good. They gave me a free water bottle here. They didn't charge me for it. It's a nice place too. I figured if we were gonna be in Abbotsford, we might as well go somewhere where you usually can't find in Vancouver.
Pretty good.